It's where it's at. You're listening to Left at the Valley. I don't know why you are, but you are.
It's time. Give us something that
Things that make you go,
things that makes you go.
All right. So I have to preface this. If anyone has children listening, stop them listening.
Not bad, huh?
Forward.
You don't want to hear. You don't want them to hear this.
I'm
So
intrigued.
recently in Italy, a Roman Catholic diocese in Sicily publicly apologized to outraged parents.
A Catholic priest apologized to outraged parents. How many children did he molest?
Yeah.
Good question.
Well, okay, so that's our first thought. That's not what happened.
Oh, okay. Sorry, just for
Yeah,
that.
it is things that make
What?
you go, so that
Are you
doesn't
sure?
Really...
So, turns out that one of its bishops told a group of children that Santa Claus does not exist.
How dare he?
Jeez. You're reading the story wrong, man. That
And
can't
the
be it.
church lied to children.
So
Yeah.
let me get this straight. The guy who believes there's a magic sky wizard in the clouds told the kids that Santa Claus doesn't exist? Really?
Yep.
Yeah, because
So
he's,
according to this-
he's stealing from the holiday, man. Okay?
Yeah.
It's like it's turned into Santa mess, instead of Christ mess.
Yeah, so they said, first of all, on behalf of the bishop, I express my sorrow for this declaration, which has created disappointment in the little ones, and want to specify that Monsignor Stilagnio's intentions were quite different.
Okay. And okay.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of the whole point, right? Like, so he was kind of just talking about Jesus is the reason for the season, essentially, right? And so he thought telling him that Santa Claus isn't the big deal. He's not even real.
The funny thing is
Jesus isn't real either.
yeah, that's the funny thing is Santa is actually more real.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Than Jesus ever was.
We
Are
have
there many
actual
iterations
evidence.
of Santa that have existed? Like,
No, well, I
Krampus.
mean, the classic Santa is based on a character.
Krampus.
No,
Isn't it?
not Krampus. On a Turkish monk,
The evil one.
called Saint Nicholas.
Oh yeah, well, Saint Nicholas. I like
Who?
Krampus better.
Punch
Yeah.
the
That's
guy.
something completely different.
Like
Yeah, but the idea of Santa Claus is good, right? Like, it's this
Yeah,
guy
the
who
idea
shows
is
up and gives,
Yeah.
like,
Give
and
stuff
I
for
know,
free.
like, with my kids when they found out, right? It was always just telling them like, oh, now you're in on it, right? Like, you're
Yeah,
part of this whole group of the giving people, right? Like, we give
yeah.
without putting our names on it. You put Santa's name on it.
Right.
I always told my daughter
That's
it's
a good
about
way
the
to do it.
spirit of
I
the
like
season,
that.
and if you don't believe in Santa, you don't believe in the spirit of the season. So that's a problem because it's about giving, like you said. It's
Yeah,
it's not a person. It's about the thought.
I used to bullshit my kids so badly about that. I told them about the great winter storm of '92 where the Cupid broke his leg and I had to fly to the North Pole and
Oh, shit.
another reindeer. Santa and I are the ghost man, and the kids were buying all of it. They were just buying all of it.
Poor Hertz, he
Oh,
wants to
God.
say something.
my cats still believe in Santa, so I'm good.
Well, I just ruined it. Oh, you have headphones in, luckily.
Yep. Yeah, they don't
Okay.
know. They don't.
Even
know.
if you tell them, they'll good luck talking them out of it, man. They like that belief a lot. Okay, they're dedicated.
Dedicated.
There's a lot of strange parallels between kids believing in Santa and adults believing in Jesus, and you realize that when they say Jesus is just Santa for adults, it totally is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's going to
that's-
give you gifts like later on if you were a good boy or girl
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
or whatever you are. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
But of course, we're not going to get into the whole mythicism
No.
debate here. But there actually is a bit of a character behind the original Santa Claus. Jesus, we're still debating that. That's really up to you. We're not going to get into that. But it's ironic that a guy who makes his living lying to people while promising a kingdom in an other dimension that doesn't really exist would actually come to kids and say, no, Santa doesn't exist.
No, there's no North Pole. There's
Yeah,
no
Santa's
elves
a load of
there.
nonsense.
Okay, there
And
is a
like
North
that-
Pole though.
Well, there is a North Pole, but there
For
is
now.
yeah, exactly. It's melting.
Even if you take the components, you think of Santa,
Mhm.
a big jolly elf, you think of a sled, you think of reindeer, you think of North Pole. All these things actually exist.
Yeah.
If you think of Jesus, you think of fishermen and 12 disciples, and none of these have actually been kind of proven. Or of course, they're fishermen, but none
Yeah.
of these things have actually been proven in antiquity whatsoever. So there's actually more. It's very weak evidence, but there's actually
More
more
evidence of
evidence
Santa.
for Santa that points to Santa than there is something that points to Jesus. Which is
I mean, I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen flying reindeer. Okay, it's a thing. All right.
But here's the
So-
thing: like we know Saint Nick existed, right? And that honestly
Yeah,
was kind of
yeah,
the
yeah.
point this guy was saying is, we have this Saint Nick, and let's look at what he did and what he was trying to do.
Mhm.
Because he's trying to give gifts, to the poor, right? And of course, the evil Roman bad man was stopping him, right? Like, because that's what they did,
Yep.
like-
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
I guess
I'm
we
still
should give
stuck on
the,
Saint Nick people, and I'm just like, we should copy Saint Nick. We should punch people.
Yeah.
Just
Let's
make
be
them
more like Saint Nick.
punch
Let's
masses.
give to the poor. Let's punch people that are shitty. Like, let's go.
I guess we should give the Grinch award to this guy, this priest.
Right.
Well, that's why I had to preface it, just in case someone's listening with their kids. I know that sometimes we curse,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We do have
but
to eat.
I curse in front of my kids, so I wouldn't be worried about it. But that one just had to pre-warn it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yeah, because you know what? It's okay to keep them having that sense of fantasy and happiness at a young age, anyways.
Thank you, Benjamin. That was